The most dangerous roads in Tampa Bay are not some back alley you never drive. They're the roads you take on autopilot. Last week, a guy named Marcus was crawling along US 19 near Clearwater in the right lane. The sun was low, the radio was on, he's just trying to get home. A pickup drifted across 2 lanes like it was changing the TV channel, clipped Marcus, and sent his car spinning towards the shoulder. Nobody plans for that moment. It just shows up on a random Tuesday. I have handled crashes like this for decades, and certain Tampa Bay roads keep showing up again and again. Now let me be clear, I'm not saying every mile of these roads is a death trap every day. But if you look at where people get into serious trouble, where speeds are high, where traffic patterns are chaotic, where pedestrians and turning cars are fighting for the same space, you see the same usual suspects. So in this video, I'm going to give you a list of 5 roads in Tampa Bay that I would put in the extra attention category. If your commute is on this list, that does not mean you should never drive it. It means you should drive it like you are surrounded by folks who are one text message away from making a life-changing decision. And yes, I'm going to give you practical ways to lower your odds of being the next Marcus. Road number 1, US 19 and Pinellas County. If you have ever driven US 19, you already know the vibe. It is wide, it is fast, and it is full of people trying to turn left across multiple lanes of traffic, while other people are treating it like a racetrack. Here's what makes US 19 dangerous in the real world. First, the speed and the turning traffic are constantly at war. You have drivers flying in the left lanes, and you have drivers in the right lane who suddenly realize their turn is in 300 feet. That is where you get the sideways lane changes that start a chain reaction. Second, you get short merges and weird entrance ramps. People come in hot and they do not match speed, and then they panic. Panic plus 4,000 pounds of metal is never good. Third, it is a left turn roulette road. Folks pull out thinking, I can make it, then they can't. And you end up with a hard T-bone crash, which is one of the most dangerous impacts for the human body. If you drive US 19 regularly, here is your best move. Pick a lane, give yourself a space cushion, and watch the wheels of the car next to you. The wheels tell the truth before the car moves. When you see the front wheel start to move in an angle, that is your early warning. Road number 2, I-275. I-275 is the connector. It is the lifeline between Tampa and St. Pete. And it is also where aggressive weaving becomes a daily sport. On I-275, I see the same 3 crash patterns. 1, the high-speed weave. Somebody is bouncing between lanes trying to save 45 seconds. They cut in tight, the person behind them taps the brakes, and now you have a domino effect. 2, the tailgate plus sudden slowdown. When traffic compresses, the driver who was 2 feet off your bumper has 0 room to react. 3, the bridge and bottleneck problem. When you have a bridge or a narrow stretch, there is no space, and there is not much forgiveness when a car gets nudged out of its lane. If you are on I-275 and you want to protect yourself, here is the mindset. Do not race the race cars. Let them go. Create distance. If someone is riding you, change lanes when it is safe and let them pass. I know it feels like you are giving in, but you are not. You are choosing to not be part of their story. Road number 3, Dale Mabry Highway. Dale Mabry is one of those roads where everything is happening at the same time. You have driveways, businesses, signals, turning lanes, pedestrians, and people who are late. A danger on Dale Mabry is not just speed, it is decision overload. Drivers are scanning for Starbucks entrances, the next red light, the car in front of them, the person crossing, and the phone that is buzzing. That is how you get the red light gamble. That is how you get the sudden U-turn. This is how you get the rear end crash that turns into a neck and back injury case. If you are driving on Dale Mabry, do yourself a favor. Keep your heads up at intersections. Watch the traffic that's crossing. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people proceed on a green and get hit by someone who just decided red was optional. Road number 4, the I-4 corridor on the Tampa side, which would be the west side of the state. I-4 has a reputation for a reason. Even if you are only on it for part of your route, you feel it. The big issue on I-4 is speed differentials. You have trucks, you have commuters, you have people who are doing 90 and people who are doing 55. That spread is a recipe for sudden lane changes and hard braking. Then you add in surprise slowdowns, a minor incident, a mile ahead causing braking waves that stack up. If the driver behind you is distracted, that is when you get hammered. And then there is the late exit move. Somebody realizes they need to get off and they dive across 2 lanes without checking. If you're on I-4, the safest thing you can do is plan your exit early. Get in the correct lane sooner than you think you need to. The last minute lane dive is one of the most common ways people get sideswiped. Road number 5, State Road 60, including the stretches that feed into Clearwater and the bridges. State Road 60 is busy. It is a commuter road, a beach road, and a business road all in one. That means you get mixed intentions. Some people are trying to get somewhere quickly, some people are sightseeing, and some people are hunting for a turn. That mix causes 2 problems. First, misjudged gaps at intersections. People think they have time and they do not. Second, sudden stops. Someone sees a turn, they slam brakes, and the driver behind them does not react in time. Now let me drop an engagement question right here because I want to know if I am alone in this. Quick question. When you are driving and you see the car next to you drifting towards your lane, do you tap the horn or do you just back off and let them wander? Type the word horn or the words back off in the comments. And here's why I ask. In real life, the right answer depends on the moment, but the safest habit is to give yourself an escape route. If you are boxed in, you are vulnerable. So let me give you a simple checklist you can use on any of these roads. Number 1, keep a space cushion. That means you are not driving right on the bumper of the car in front of you. Number 2, avoid blind spots. If you cannot see the driver in their mirror, assume they cannot see you. Number 3, be predictable. Sudden lane changes create chaos. Number 4, treat turn signals like a warning, not a permission slip. A blinker does not mean the lane is clear. Number 5, at intersections, scan left, scan right, then go. I know it sounds basic, it is basic, but it saves lives. Now, if you do get hit, I want to tell you what to do because the first hour after a crash matters. First, safety. Get out of traffic if you can do it without making things worse. Second, call 911 if anyone is hurt or if the crash is serious. In Florida, you want documentation and you want medical help if you need it. Third, take photos. Not just of the damage, take photos of the whole scene, the lanes, skid marks, traffic lights, street signs, the other driver, their tag, their insurance card. And then fourth, get witness statements and numbers if you can. Witnesses disappear faster than you think. And then fifth, get checked out medically. I have had too many people tell me I was fine and then 2 days later, they cannot move their neck. Adrenaline will lies to you. It covers up these symptoms initially. And once it wears off, they manifest. And here is a big one. Be careful what you say at the scene. You do not have to apologize and do not guess. Do not try to be polite and take responsibility for something you did not do. Just exchange the information and let the investigation happen. I'm Doug Burnetti with Burnetti PA. I've been doing this a long time, and I do not want you learning these lessons the hard way. If you have been hit on one of these Tampa Bay roads and you want to know what your case is really worth, call Burnetti PA before you sign or say anything. Quick question for you. Which road in Tampa Bay makes you grip the steering wheel the tightest and why? Drop the road name in the comments.